check out what we're going to be making today. We're going to using the project recipe kit for Croptoberfest. These 2 fun pages, you're going to be able to get 8 pictures on. And these 2 fun pages right here. Loving the truck, loving the sunflower. In fact, I love this whole kit. Hello, Scrapbooking Buddies. Debbie Martin here. And we are taking the Creative Memories Project Recipe Croptoberfest Project Kit. And it already comes with very fun directions. So you can make this one, but you're going to want a second one so you can do these simple pages. Or maybe some of your customers or yourself would prefer something a little simpler. So we're going to go ahead and cut this today. So I have a cutting guide, and you can get this free for the rest of 2024. The link is below, and we're just going to go through the cutting guide and cut everything first. So in the project recipe, it comes with these gorgeous stickers, and it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of fun paper, double-sided, and 2 pieces of cardstock. We're going to be using all of those today. So the first 2 that we're going to be cutting, we're going to use these trucks and these beautiful sunflowers. So set the rest aside, and we're going to take the cutting guide, and it's going to tell you, using the cutting guide from page 3, we're going to take the truck paper, that's this one right here. We're going to put it sideways in our trimmer. That's the first paper pictured over here. And let's go to page 3 so we don't do anything wrong. And if this is your first time joining me, I always cut everything first and then we just put it together. It's that simple. So our first cut is going to be 3, and it's already by 12. So we'll put it on the 3-inch line and do a 3-inch cut and one more 3-inch cut. And we just pile up our strips and mats so that when we're ready to put it together, it's super easy. So this is a 6, okay? So we're just simply going to turn that sideways and go to the 4-inch line and the 4-inch line. Okay, so we've got our 4 by 6 mats here. Now we're going to take, this is our second paper that we're cutting. But let's go back to our handy dandy cutting guide to make sure that we're doing the right thing. So step 2, using the cutting guide on page 4, so we can turn to page 4, we're going to do the sunflower paper and the dark sea green cardstock. So you can grab that out of your little kit. And if you don't have a kit yet, you can see your favorite advisor for that. And if you don't have an advisor, there's also a link below so you can get this ordered, because this is just a very fun kit. So 2 pieces of paper, so we got this one and the dark sea green, and we're going to go to cutting guide 4. Once again, it's going to remind us that we're going to do strips of mats with this, with the sunflower and the dark sea green. So I don't know that there's really a direction to the sunflowers. I don't know. And the back side doesn't have a direction either, so you can just pick and choose whichever direction you want to go with that, okay? So we're going to start with the 1. We're going to do a 1 by 12, 1.5, 1.5, 2, 2, and then some 4 by 4 mats. So I find it easier to do the 1 inch on this side, but you can do it on either side you want. So there's our strip. Now we're going to go to 1.5 inches, which will be right here. That's that longest line that's right there. Line that up. Okay, I'm going to do that again, 1.5 inches. Make sure it's nice and straight. Then we're going to do a 2-inch right here. One more 2-inch. Now, because these are so close in size that when we go to pull in our pieces, we're going to want to make sure that we get the correct one, okay? So we should be left with a 4. Sometimes it's a smidge bigger, or paper's a smidge bigger, or maybe you got a little bit off. But if you want it to be exact, like what did I take, a 1/16 of an inch off there? And turn it sideways and do 4 by 4 mats. Okay, so 4 and a 4. Now we're going to do this exact same thing again with the dark sea green. Okay, so grab that paper out. We're going to do the 1-inch line. Okay, put that with your strips. Now we're going to do a 1.5 inch. Okay, one more 1.5 inch. And if I'm going too fast for you, feel free to pause this video and come back and start it when you're ready. We're at a 2-inch and a 2-inch again. I love fall. This stuff is going to be so pretty for all of your fall pictures. And I love the truck. If you haven't seen the truck punch, make sure you check that out on the website, because I have a feeling that's one of those things that just might sell out. It's so cute. Okay, so now we've got our mats for that. Let's go back to page 1. It says using the cutting guide from page 5, we're going to cut the pumpkin cardstock. I like making my cutting guide super big. I hope you enjoy that too. And if you like taking a paper pack or a project pack and turning it into pages, make sure you check out my Paper Pack to Pretty Pages site. Also, I do that with almost every single paper pack that Creative Memories has in our regular line. Okay, so we're doing 4x6 mats now. So we started it at the 4. Turn it to the 6. We are almost done cutting, and then we're going to start putting our stuff together. And one more at the 6. Okay. We may keep this handy because we're going to make some ribbon, so you might need that in just a couple minutes. Okay, so now we're ready to go to page 2. I always give you a nice big picture of what we're going to do here, and pull that so you can see it. And I always tell you what papers we're going to use. So let's go ahead and grab our papers. We're using the golden burlap and the watercolor orange. So this is the direction of the paper. Sometimes you just got to flip it upside down. And there's your golden burlap and your watercolor orange. Okay. I love working on 12x12 mats, or these are actually 13x13 mats, because you can get everything lined up perfectly and straight. Okay. So we're going to take 2 of the 3x12 truck strips. That was the first one that we cut. Okay, so grab those. Put your strips back here. And we're gonna put it on the side with these gorgeous trucks and the pumpkins and everything showing. And we're gonna be adhering that to the bottom. So grab your adhesive, and where I can feel that this one is almost gone. Okay. Stick that down. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing on this side. And stick that down at the very bottom. That's just really fun paper, isn't it? Okay, we're now going to take 2 of the 2x12 teal leaf strips. Okay, so we're just going to pull these out. So we cut these. Okay, so now you're going to flip it over. You can see that there's teal leaves on the back side. So we're going to take the teal leaf strips. We need a 2-inch one. So make sure you can grab your ruler or use your mat, and make sure you're grabbing the 2-inch one. Okay, because remember, we've got 2 that are 1.5 by 12. Okay, so set those aside. And then we're going to adhere those to the outer edges of both pages, okay? So we're gonna put that, let's just see, adhere the teal leaf strips to the outer edges, just like that. Because we need enough space to get all of our photos on here. So once you've got that the way you want it, go ahead and stick that down. We're going to be using this other side on the other pages. I love this sunflower print. So pretty. Okay. And stick that down and do the same thing on this side. And over here. Awesome. Okay. Now we're going to take 2 of the 1.5 dark sea green strips. So remember, we have 2 that are 2 inches. That's the biggest ones that you have. Then you should have 2 that are 1.5, and you're going to have 1 of these left over. So this is the one you're looking for. So we're going to grab our trimmer, and we're going to cut 1.5 inches off. Okay, so 1.5 is going to be that big line right there. This is a little extra square you're not going to use, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. So we're taking it down to 10.5 by 2, okay? So we've now cut this down, and this is 1.5, okay? So now we've got it 10.5. So instead of you can do a ribbon that's kind of like a V pointed up or V pointed down for a little bit of a different look. I'm gonna grab a pair of scissors, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. You're just gonna pinch it, okay? And you're gonna I'm gonna pull this closer so you can see it. Just matching up the corners. Now if I wanted a ribbon, which we're gonna do on the other side, I would cut from the folded edge to the point, okay? But I wanna do it the other direction this time, so I'm gonna cut from the folded edge at the bottom just up like that, okay? Now we could have put both of them on together. I find that's easier sometimes when you're using the regular designer print paper, but I'm using cardstock. So now once again, we're folding it, matching the corners up, and we're cutting from the folded edge up, okay? That's gonna give you this fun little banner like that. Okay, so once you got that cut, let's go ahead and stick that down. Because we did fold it there, it gave you a little bit of a crease. I'm gonna add a little bit of extra, and of course, I'm out of tape runner. Doesn't matter, whenever I'm doing a video, I always run out of tape runner. But I'm telling you, we have the best tape runner on the market. Absolutely love it, and it's so easy to refill. I don't know how many of you remember the days when we used to have to feed it through. In the comments, I'd love to see that if you remember the old tape runner style creative memories used to have. This literally is the best. So I put a little extra on this because I had bent it. And we're gonna just center this in this 2-inch. So you should literally have like 1/4 of an inch if you're using your mat on each side, and bring that down, just like that. Okay, we're gonna do that same thing again. I'm putting a little extra where we folded it. Okay, I'm gonna straighten that up, bring it over here, and right at the 1/4 of an inch. Bring that down, we want it nice and straight, and stick it down. Okay, so now we are ready to put our mats on, okay? Because we've got all of our strips on, we V'd them, ready for mats. That's what our instructions tell us to do. So grab your mats, and we're gonna start with a couple orange ones down here. An orange one here. Let's flip it. Ooh, I like this one. Let's put that one there. Let's do another. I love this. This is the pumpkin orange. So pretty. And let's grab maybe a teal one in here. And we probably need a teal one over here. And one of these like this. Okay. So once again, these are 4x6, 4x4. You'll be able to cut your pictures down just a smidge, and you're going to be able to have a great little frame around it, okay? So let's go ahead and stick these down once you get them the way you want it. Okay. And I'm just kind of centering these in the space that's here. About like that. Okay, do that again. Just touching on the edges a little bit. We're going to do the same with these two up here. Now, if you like this side better, you can go ahead and use that side, whichever side you like. And I think we're kind of going to overlap these two, about like that. Now, if you are the type of person and you're like, I can't put it on with a little of an angle, you could also do this, okay? So keep that in mind, whichever direction you like. I think we're just going to do on an angle today. I tend to do most of my pictures just straight. So sometimes I like breaking the mold a little bit and doing something a little bit different. What about you? Tell me in the comments, do you like doing pictures on a little bit of an angle? You with your mats? Or are you more of a straight, I can't angle my pictures person? I really do try to mix it up just a little bit, because I feel like I'm going to say maybe 80% of the time, I am just putting it on straight. Okay, oops, that came off the edge a little bit. And then we're going to be ready to just put a little bit of funness onto the page now. So grab your stickers, okay? And we're going to start with these two fun little banners that we have right here. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. We're going to cross these across the top. So I am going to, I don't know, do I like the blue together? Do I like the red together? I don't know. I don't know that it really matters. So I kind of attached them first just so I can see where I'm going to put them at and how they're going to fold down. Just going to come a little bit over the edge. That's really cute right there. Okay, so now we're going to grab our truck, and we're going to grab the truck, this brown truck, and I think we're going to have to put something in it because it just looks empty. So we're going to grab these three little things right here. We're going to fill our truck up with some vegetables there, and we're going to bring that in about right here. Yep, I like that. And then we're going to do loads of fun. And I think I'm going to have to pop this with some foam squares. Sometimes you just got to have a foam square. And I think this is one of those times. Just to pop it a little bit. Okay. Pull your backings off of those. And we're going to bring this up in this little space that is perfect for that. Loads of fun right there. Okay. And let's just see. We got one more little strip up here, so I think we're going to add that over here. Just so we've got little banners there, little banners there. That's perfect. And then let's add a little truck down here. And I want it to kind of be over the picture a little bit. So when you're using foam squares and you're going to go over the picture, I'm going to show you a little trick in case you don't know this. Okay. I'm going to use 3 foam squares, but I'm not going to pull the backing off of this one because that's the one where the picture is going to go under. So I'm going to leave the backing on the little small one. The smallest size is the one that I put there. Okay. And I'm going to bring this over here so that when I have my picture, let's just say that's my picture, it's going to be able to tuck underneath there, just like that. Okay. So, and then when I put my picture down, I can go back in and pull that off and stick it down to my picture. Okay. So once if you're using foam squares that are going to go over your picture, just keep that in mind. Okay. So I think we did it all. We've got 2 pages done. Let's move this and let's do our last 2 pages. So you should have 2 pieces of paper left. So those are going to be your bases. So your base paper, so I'll pull back to our directions here, are the autumn plaid, which is this gorgeous side right here, and the teal leaves. So we're going to flip that over. Now once again, if you like the other side, go right ahead and use it, okay? We'll go to our directions. It says take the we're going to take 2 by 12 dark sea green strips. So we should have 2 of those, and that's the 2-inch one. And they're going to come a 1/4 of an inch. So a 1/4 of an inch is not the first one, it's the second one on both of these. So when you're using mats, that's what I love about mats, is that just makes it quick and easy. So go ahead and adhere those down. Once again, that's a 1/4 of an inch from the outer edge of both pages. Okay, so bring this in here, 1/4 of an inch. Should be a 1/4 of an inch when it gets to the bottom down here. Yes, it is. Then you know it's nice and straight. Put your adhesive on this. Line it up, 1/4 of an inch at the bottom, 1/4 inch at the top. Stick it down. Okay, now we're going to bring in these gorgeous sunflowers. Look how pretty they are. So these are the 1.5 inch ones, and we're going to simply just take them straight down the middle of that. That really makes them pop on that sea green. So go ahead and put your adhesive on that. Once again, what you're watching is the Croptoberfest 2024 project recipe kit. And I am just turning them into a little bit of a simpler page. Some of my customers really like that. Some of them like to buy more than one so they can do more than one page, sets of pages. So that's another option for you too. Okay. And go back to our instructions. We've done step 1, step 2. Now we're going to take the sunflower strip right here. And we're going to cut this in because we're going to make a few little hanging banners with this. So we are going to take this strip, the 1 by 12, and cut it into a 3 by 1. So it's already 1. We're just cutting it into a 3. And then we're going to do a 3.5. Okay, we don't need this little piece. And then we're going to take the dark sea green one and we're going to cut this at a 4-inch. So you can see this is the only thing we're left with, that and 2 little squares of the whole project kit, because we're going to be using it all. Okay, so now what we're going to do, that's extra, is we're going to take these and we're going to V them. Now this time we're going to, remember last time we did a point, this time we're going to fold them in half. And if you want to pile these two, because they're the designer print paper, it's a little thinner, you can match up the corners. So this time we will cut from the folded in inside toward the outside point, so that it looks like that. Okay, we're going to do that one more time with this one. Okay, that's extra. And then we're going to be flipping one of these over, because I think that's just, we're going to flip this one over and then this one and then bring this in up here. Because we did fold it, we'll add a little bit more of the adhesive on when we stick it down. So we're going to put that there. Before we put them down, let's go ahead and put our mats down, okay? Because we want to make sure we get them exactly where we want. So let's add this in here. I kind of like to do where I've got some vertical, some horizontal pictures. Makes it a little easier when you're scrapbooking too. Okay, so now we're just going to play with how we want these. Okay, I do want them centered in like the space that's left, but I'm also going to put these fun stickers at the bottom. So let's go ahead and grab the stickers right now and put those on before we put our mats down. And it's just beautiful pumpkin and gourd. If you haven't seen that, let me pull it up so you can see it. We are going to put that all the way across the bottom. So fun. Just kissing the bottom there, like that. And we're going to grab the other one and do the same. Make sure it's nice and straight. And once again, you can get your hands on this. This is free until January 1st, 2025. My link is below for my website. Okay, so now we're left with this. We are almost done too. We're going to put a little sticker cluster up here. I think we'll do a little something maybe right in here. And then we've got our banners, okay? So let's figure out how we want it. So now what I'm doing when I'm sticking it down is I'm kind of centering it a little bit, okay, of the space that's left. It just gives it a nice clean look, okay? So once you get that figured out, go ahead and stick that down. You only need a little adhesive in each corner. Okay. Stick this down. Just lining it up. Okay. And let's do this one. Now some people don't like putting their mats down, so you could just wait and put it down when you go to put your pictures down. It is nice to have them already pre-cut for you and keep them with the kit, because it's just quick and easy. You don't have to run around searching for the perfect paper because you've already got your mats cut and you keep them with this little kit. Because, for instance, I'll show you here, you could put two pictures like this if you needed to. I don't have a problem if I had a picture go in this direction, if this was my picture, bring it in here and journaling here. I think that looks kind of cool. And the paper ends up looking more like a design element than just paper. So I'm going to kind of center this in that space, how I like it. I think that's good. Let's stick this down. And your mats. And now we are ready to add a little bit of stickers and we're going to be done. Oh, let's go ahead and stick these down first. Let's stick this one down because this is kind of like my anchor in this space. And then I'm going to do one of these, probably the smaller one, to keep it away from this a little bit. So let's put the adhesive on this one and bring that in about right there. and then bring our sunflower banner in. About like that. Perfect. Okay, let's add our stickers. We're going to add a few little fun fall stickers here. I'm going to add this little guy, and I think he needs a foam square. So let's just grab a foam square for him. So once again, this is the project recipe kit. If you don't have one, find your favorite advisor and get one from her, or you can get the link below and you can get yourself one of these. So we're going to do fall haul right here. And let's see, maybe a little red truck down here would be cute. Let's do that. Now it's going to maybe be over the picture, so this will be a good use of foam squares again. I think I'll put a small one up here, but I'm not going to take the backing off, and a small one here. Let's add that one, and that one we will take the backing off of. Okay. And then we're going to do a little sticker cluster up here. So let's add this little guy, say about right here. Okay. And we're going to do something, special delivery. I think that would be awesome. And let's go ahead and we're going to pop that, and then everything else we're just going to leave as stickers. So let's bring this guy maybe about right here. Now you could do some fun little doodling around here. I think that would look totally cool. We got a truck. Since we've kind of got the truck theme going here, let's add that in here. And maybe we got to put something in the truck. Let's throw a couple pumpkins in the truck. There we go. And maybe a few pumpkins right here. We've got these beautiful sunflowers, which we already have on the page. So let's bring that in. And do we need one more thing? Maybe. I don't know. Looks kind of cute the way it is. I don't know. Do I like that? If I do, I think I want to pop it. So let's just give that a little bit. I think this would look very fun. Maybe I'm going to go back and do that. I didn't bring a pin up. Just a quick little gold pin doodle around there would just give it a little bit of something. So there you have it. We are done. I hope you enjoyed this, and happy scrapbooking.